So I just had my grandson over. We had a lot of fun. I tried to watch Star Wars with him. I asked my son to let me be the first one to show him Star Wars, and I was all excited about it. And he had a hard time sitting through the thing. We only made it about maybe 21 minutes into it, and then afterwards, I was like, "Hey, do you want a new monster for your He-Man figures?" And he goes, "Nah, I'm okay. I don't play that much with them." I said, "Okay, no problem." So then he sees Leech in the package. And he goes, "Oh, Grandpa, he's so cool looking." And I said, "Yeah, he's pretty cool." I said, "That's the monster I was going to give you." And so then, "Hey, strange dog." And so then I said, "Well, if you want, let's open him up." And he was all excited. He goes, "Just keep him here, Grandpa, so we can play anytime." And so he let me have the Leech stay here, so we can play when he's over here. And then right before he left, he wanted to make a custom. He goes, "Hey, Grandpa, let's make a custom." And I said, "Oh, I don't know. It takes a little bit of time to make a custom." He goes, "No, let's just grab a bunch of figures and do a bunch of switching of parts." I said, "Okay." So he went to the room and grabbed some figures, and he started pulling all the parts off. I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't just pull all the parts off. Actually, think about what it is you want to change on each figure and why, and then start changing them." And so then he grabbed, of course, this guy with the eyes, burp, 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 and the other version of him with the eyes, burp, burp, burp. And I explained, they're the same character. One's a cartoon version, one is the action figure version. And he was kind of cracked up about it. Well, eventually he ended up taking the new He-Man, there he is, mixing him with parts of Skeletor and saying he's half Skeletor, half He-Man. He thought that was pretty cool. And so then Skeletor, he mixed with Mantenna and said it was some kind of virus. And so here's the virus version of Skeletor. Rah! And so this is the virus version. And then he just took pieces of He-Man and mixed them with with I just said his name, Mantenna. And then he has never seen Clamp Champ before, so he was intrigued with Clamp Champ, and then he just did some little bit of part mixing with Clamp Champ as well. And here, of course, is the Clamp Champ leftover parts with why am I having such a hard time with his name? I just said it 2 other times before that. With this guy, Mantenna. So anyway, I thought it was pretty cool. He had a lot of fun doing the mixing and matching and seeing what he could come up with. It was kind of funny though. He had a hard time popping the heads on and some of the shoulders, so I had to put them together after he chose what the parts were going to be. But it was fun. We actually did a kind of a game, a giant dice that we rolled for attack and defend, and we played the figures in Snake Mountain, and it was a lot of fun. And he pretended, kind of weird, but still kind of fun, that this guy was the main bad guy. Oh, and so I also had this guy. So we had Ratlore, and Ratlore went around and would have, actually it's kind of funny because it's kind of the custom I was doing that one day, but I wanted to wait and show him first, is he had, when he figured out this was the same head, he thought that was really cool. And so he actually put this on here like that and this on here and pretended like he could transfer this head to other characters, and then after he did, he'd put the other head back on normally. So it was kind of clever the way he did it. But, you know, you could make that really crazy. You could stick that. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Look at that. Anyway, so then he'd pop off the head of the character that he was fighting against and put this on in its place and say now he controls it with mind control. It was kind of funny. He pretended like the slime inside Snake Mountain was the slime that converted this guy to that crazy creature right here. Right here. Now, the armbands fell off. I don't know where they're at now because they come off so easily, but that's okay. We'd have been chasing those down over and over again. They're somewhere in a box. So, that was my exciting last couple hours. Anyway, let's check out your guys' comments. You guys can check out his cool customs that he put together out of his mix and match parts. And let's see what you guys have to say. Hey, greatest customizer on Eternian Earth from Sledgemaster. Hey! Congratulations again on your sword that you got. That is so cool. Hey, Josh. Hey, Charles. And hey again, Strange Dog Comics and Wrestling. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video short in a few minutes. I just wanted to talk to you about the figures. It was funny, though, while we were playing, I went in and I grabbed this guy here. Bum, bum, bum. And he says, Grandpa, no customs. And I go, what? No customs in the game. I said, what? Because he can shoot and he's a big old rip and saw and wings. He goes, that's too much. Too much power for one guy. So I was not allowed to use my custom during our gameplay. So no cool custom for the gameplay. It was funny though. No customs. He's a pretty, look at that. And if you didn't know, for those that are new to my channel, this is actually based on the Micronauts Repto action figure. All right, so that is just about it. Let me check out your guys' final comments. It's the final comments. Hey, no one else wrote anything. Oh, there we go. Thank you, young man. I just got your message about your live show tonight. I'm sitting here watching it. He-Man. Nice. You can use him to cut your pizza. Yes. In fact, tonight we had Alfie's Pizza, one of my favorite pizza places. I did not use the rip saw to cut the pizza, though. It came pre-cut, so no need. This is kind of a cool character, though. I mean, it is very imaginative that his snake mouth is open and this thing's coming out of it. Rah. All right. Last chance for comments. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, it's a cool figure. I like how the bright colors are for it. Yes, Nomsky, they are bright. It is cool. And as you guys know, I really like clear action. Hey, Hyperdelic, what's up? Well, rewind the video and watch. I just spent the last few hours with my grandson trying to watch Star Wars, but it was way too boring for him. He only made it 21 minutes into the first Star. I was first going to show him one of the cartoons. I was going to show him the cartoon movie with Clone Wars. And he's like, Grandpa, I already know all the stuff. Know it. And it's like, okay, let's just jump right into the first Star Wars that was produced. And my idea was to show him the first Star Wars, which was Episode 4, A New Hope, and then show Empire Strikes Back. And he already knows who Anakin is, but he doesn't realize that Anakin, I can't say because he's going to watch this video, so I'm not going to give any spoilers in this video about Star Wars. And then afterwards, I was going to show episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then jump back to episode number 6, Return of the Jedi. And then if he asks, is there any more, I might show him Andor and The Mandalorian, but that will be it. Maybe the Boba Fett show too. You know what? I also liked the Ben Kenobi series. I know some of my friends didn't like it. They think it ruins the lore, but I actually really enjoyed the Ben Kenobi series. That was a lot of fun. Especially episode 3 of it. Oh, that was the coolest. When they had the lightsaber fights. Man, and here it was dark. You see the light being made just from the sabers lighting up the whole scene. That was fantastic. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Star Wars, even though it is one of my fun things to talk about. Just wanted to show off again the customs for those who just came in a few minutes ago. Here are the customs that he made from mix and match parts. I think the Skeletor one's one of my favorites. It's kind of funny, the 4 legs. Looks like some kind of spider Skeletor. Like he was chopped in half and had spider legs added. Like somebody from Star Wars. And then I kind of like the half and half He-Man Skeletor. That's pretty funny too. By the power of Snake Mountain. Shh. All right. Miss you stop motion show. Yes, it's been a while since I did stop motion. I want to stick with the original trilogy. I do have a soft spot for the Phantom Menace because of nostalgia. Hey Jeff, thanks for joining us. I just paused He-Man so I can watch the great customer. Thank you, Sledgemaster. Now it's cool. If you guys don't know the Sledgemaster yet, James Justice, do check out his Instagram. He's got some cool stuff. And he has the coolest story on how he became known as the Sledgemaster. So if you get a chance, check out his YouTube channel, and hopefully he has the story on there. It's pretty cool, and it is a contest that is enduring and takes a lot of endurance, I should say, and a lot of strength to do. So, Sledgemaster, make sure you got that video queued up and ready so people can watch it. And that's about it. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Next time. And that's it. Like I say in the 1987 movie, good journey. Brr. Good journey, you guys. Bye now.